So what we present is actually a way to master how we interact with others from the beginning to the end of the time where we need to communicate with them. That means from the moment we welcome the officials to the end of the game, and even after when we talk about it. As referees are maybe the function, are leading the function where it is the most important and most relevant to be efficient in communication, uh, I present to referees the system of communication, how it works and how it doesn't work. For example, the mechanism of communication is three poles. Is perception of information, reflection on this information, and expression of this information. Between those three poles, there is interaction that makes the information to flow correctly or to stuck somewhere because of emotions, because of interpretations, because of fears, because of whatever. When we know how to observe communication and to understand how it works, we see where are the points where the information doesn't flow correctly. And there we are able to make a little change so that the information flows. And what happens is that when the information actually flows, there's a feeling of recognition, self-confidence, and trust that starts to apply in the relation with others. So that means what happens is that the referee actually starts to lead really the communication in such a way that the other one starts to feel being a leader as well in his own function. And because he starts to be more responsible of his position. And this is the first thing that we present and that we study and we train then, of course. But first we understand those three poles: perception, reflection, and expression. Then there's a second step, which is that we understand that we interact with others with our speech, with our body, and with our mind, with our mental. So that means the skills and methods we train in are to be applied in each of those three: body, speech, and mind actions, and to be actually completely efficient, because we can there choose to do or not to do certain things and to lead in this direction the communication, or in this direction. We are completely master of the communication from that point on. So, for example, someone comes to me with an aggression and a very aggressive emotions and an idea very precise on something, and he doesn't want to change it. Instead of turning my body because it is aggressive, making gestures so I believe will calm the thing, and to really know how to deal with this emotion, usually what we do is that we center on oneself. We try to put our emotion down, we try to contain something. Well, there, in those skills, now we do differently. We completely open to the other one. We center one's attention on the other one. And with our speech also, not only with our body, with some gestures and opening position, but with our speech. We listen without following our mental radio, but with following a certain talk which is his talk, and which will become the soundtrack of our movie. Because at this time we will imagine that we are the director, for example, and he is our character, he is our hero, so he is most important. And I need to understand what is his story. And as soon as I have one idea, I cut the discussion, I don't let him go, I cut the discussion and I talk about this idea. And there he feels recognized. He got the importance of his function, his role. And that calms down right away in a few seconds, calms down the situation. He will even say, thank you. Of course, we need to train in a little bit because it doesn't go in the same direction of our habits. But what is wonderful is that it helps oneself and others so much that we take great pleasure in this training and we get a result from the very beginning. So that's inspiring, that's working, and this is the beginning of a real success for such leaders in the communication as the referees are.